Hi, welcome to Online Statistics this fall. I'm your instructor, Emily Dennett, and I just wanted to give you some tips and some things that will be really helpful to know as we go further in this course. So kind of the introduction I would do in a face-to-face class just through this video. So most of the course is inside of Moodle. I'm sure you're all familiar with Moodle, and if not, you'll want to go to IT or find somewhere. You'll be using Moodle a lot for this course. So when you sign into the course, this is what you should see. At the top, it'll say topic list. The very first thing is the syllabus, which we'll talk in a minute. You'll always see my contact information here on the right-hand side. You can email me at any time. So let's first go through the syllabus. So when you click on this folder right here, it'll bring up the syllabus. So here's what the syllabus looks like. Okay, it has my contact information at the top, information about the book. Now if you want to buy a hard copy of the book, that's fine. What you're really going to need is the MyMathLab Access Kit. So I'll talk about, you can either buy that from the bookstore or buy it online, and I'll show you where you buy it online. But that's where you're going to do all of your homework, take all of your quizzes, and take 2 of your midterms. This explains about the Math Lab. Each COTC campus has a Math Lab where you can go in when they're open and get help. So if you go to the COTC webpage and just search Math Lab, you'll find all of their open times, and students really find them helpful. You can go there to get help on the homework or the notes that we've gone over or anything, or even help with the calculator. Okay, just some general college policies. Okay, I will be monitoring your attendance. Now, attending an online course is obviously different than attending a face-to-face class. If you're worried about financial aid and what it counts to attend, you have to at least complete 1 assignment for it to count as attendance. Okay. Now, your homework is going to be on MyMathLab, like I explained. So MyMathLab is at mymathlab.com, and I'll show you that in just a minute. And to get into our course, you're going to need this course ID, Dennett 54297. Okay, so when you go to the MyMathLab home, this is what it looks like, mymathlab.com. Okay, and to get into the course, you're going to hit register, you're going to hit student. Okay, and then you're going to put in this course ID that we just talked about, and you'll hit continue. Now, if you've used MyMathLab for other courses, whether they're math courses or not, maybe you use My Reading Lab or My Writing Lab, something for any other course, you'll sign in just like you did for those. If you don't have an account already, then you'll create one. Okay, and if you hit create, it's going to ask you for your name, you know, everything that websites normally ask you when you're registering for a website. Okay, now when you do that, there's a couple of ways to pay for it. If you bought it at the bookstore, you'll put in the access code here. If you want to buy it with a credit card online, you can do that here. Now, if you're waiting for your financial aid or you're waiting for your next paycheck or any reason, if you click right here, you can get temporary access for 17 days. Okay, so you'd have until September 6th to get that. And if you do the temporary access and then you get your code, it'll all sync together, and I'll be able to see all your work. Nothing gets missed. So you need to get started for this right away. It's not going to give you 17 days once you sign in. It's going to be 17 days after the start of the course. So everyone can get started with the homework right away, even if you are waiting for payment for something. Okay, so that's MyMathLab. You'll sign in and see the homework and that kind of thing. So let's go back to Moodle. So I'll talk about it right now. Let's go back to the syllabus. Okay, you're going to have 12 quizzes. All of them are on the calendar. Extra credit, I'll show you in Moodle. There's a weekly discussion, and if you do that discussion that week, it has to be done that week. You can get 2 extra credit points each week. So by the end of the semester, that's 30 extra credit points you can earn, and that will be the only extra credit available. So it's really important that you start doing it each week. Okay, so here's how you'll see your grade will be calculated. You're going to have 3 midterms, 2 online and 1 that's in person that's proctored. 10 quizzes count. Your lowest 2 quizzes will be removed. You have 15 homework assignments, each worth 10 points, and a final exam. And this gives you, you can check at any time how many total points you'll need for the course to earn a specific grade. Here's the weekly calendar, and it'll tell you exactly what you're doing each week and what's due. Okay, so that's the, now you'll notice on the calendar, week 7, there's a proctored midterm. We want to make sure you're the one doing the work, so you come in and show us that you can do the work on the midterm. So that proctored midterm, and the final is the same way, the final is also proctored, will be at one of the 4 campuses. And you can actually sign up anytime between now, for the midterm, you can sign up between now and October 2nd. This lists the dates and the times that they're going to be offered. Okay, and when you're ready to sign up, you've checked your work schedule, that kind of thing, you'll hit sign up. Okay, gives the dates again, and you'll just pick which time you want to do, and you'll hit save my choice, and that's all you need to do to sign up for the midterm. If you need to change it before the due date, if you need to change it before October 2nd, you can come in and change it without letting me know. After October 2nd, it's too late to change it, and if an emergency comes up, you need to email me right away to change it. Okay, so the midterm and the final are, all the times are already set this semester, so you can go ahead and sign up for those. The sign up for the final you don't have to worry about until it gets much closer. I think it's December 1st you have to decide. So you've got plenty of time, but they're up there whenever you're ready to think about it, and I'll send you reminders when it gets closer. Okay, the first thing you'll want, well, you've already found the Getting Started folder, so you'll want to go through that. And then I wanted to show you a little bit about what each week will look like. So each week you have this folder, and I'll show you how you want to make sure for the week that up here at the top it says week 1, that you're not just going, don't use this bar over on the left. You want to make sure you're inside the folder, and I'll show you how to make sure you do that. So each week we'll have an introduction. I'll tell you what we're going to do that week, tell you what lessons, and tell you about the homework. Okay, then for each section of the book you'll see a page. Okay, so when you're ready to work on that section, it's really important that you go into this page. Okay, it'll tell you what to read. Okay, there's a lecture. And then we have handouts for the class. And if you hear where it says Pencast lecture over the handout, it's going to go to a video that I made. It looks just like the handouts we do in a face-to-face class. Takes a minute to load. Okay, but it's actually a video of me explaining, and if you want to, go further, you can, jump ahead. So it goes through all the notes just like a face-to-face class. Just because you're in an online class doesn't mean we expect you to learn it all on your own. We expect you to learn the lessons just like you would in a face-to-face class. So you'll want to go over these Pencast lectures, and sometimes I've got some extra things where things are a little difficult. Okay, and then you'll also see the blank handout. So what I recommend is printing out the blank handout, then going through the Pencast lecture and filling it out just like you were in class. I hear from a lot of students every semester that they're frustrated in an online class, and I ask them how they're studying, and they tell me they just go and try to do the homework. If you try to do the homework without watching these lectures, it's equivalent, it's the same as taking a regular face-to-face class, never going to class, but expecting that you know the material and expecting to do on the homework. So it's really important that you put in the time to watch the videos and to go over the handouts, otherwise you're really not learning the material. Okay, so each week you'll have those. Now I want to give you, I always hear this from students that they can't find things. So I just want to show you, when you're inside a week, if you want to go back to see all the folders, these 3 little bars will take you back. If you click on that, it'll take you back to the home page, and you'll be able to see each folder. Okay, so have a great week getting started on this material, and the week 1 material. It's a bunch of introduction to statistics. You won't see the other folders yet, but they'll be updated soon, and you'll get to see all of them. So don't hesitate to email me if you have any questions, and I look forward to a great semester.